Trump the finger from 5 feet away while making eye contact with him. This is a real thing. This is a real thing that happened. I'm not going to start talking about a radio in my teeth. This is an actual thing. I was in DC, and my hotel was across the street from the Trump International Hotel opening, which is an old, it's the post office building that was built by Ben Franklin. And out in front of it, incidentally, there's a statue of Ben Franklin, who incidentally built the first hospital in America, a hospital for poor people, ironically. So this is where Trump International Hotel is. So there was all kinds of protesters out there, so I was going over there all the time because of my childhood. I love chaos. And you know, I was just hanging out, and I was kind of shooting the shit with the Secret Service guys. And first of all, I don't know if you've ever seen actual Secret Service, but they do not look like Men in Black. They have the words Secret Service emblazoned on every article of clothing they wear, which is hilarious, although they don't think so. So don't mention it to them. But so I kind of befriended this one Secret Service guy, and as a joke I said, hey, when Trump comes out here, if I want to give him the finger, how close could I get? And the Secret Service guy went, he'll see you. So now I had to. I had to now. I painted myself in a corner, and I had to. And he came out with his spawn, and I locked eyes with him, and I flipped him off, and I've never felt such complete hatred. Yeah, I was like, you know, I think I probably could kill someone with my bare hands. But no, I'm not bragging. The reason I'm telling you this is because this is a public place, and I want you to know when I get disappeared, I'm not writing a novel, I did not join a commune, I've been murdered by a fascist dictator who's a 12-year-old boy. I want you all to know that. That's mostly why I'm here tonight. So, it's very important. I need things like the ACLU to keep me out of a gulag. That's why I'm here. I did grow up in this area, which is amazing. Again, I cannot believe I'm on the stage with these bands tonight. And I grew up just outside of Boston in the suburbs, and I've always been kind of a, I don't know, I was watching that show Stranger Things on Netflix. Thank you, I didn't make it. But, and I do, unless you're cheering for my Netflix account, which is mine. It's my password, I pay for it monthly. It is, I'm not, I know a lot of people that have dated people just for Netflix password accounts. Like people act like corporate spies, where they're like, 2 weeks and I can get the account and I'm out of there. But no, this is my account. And it reminded me of my own childhood because I used to drive around on my bike with my friends who were just me, and we'd solve mysteries all the time. And this mystery that I uncovered about my town, this thing that all the kids I grew up with never discovered about my town, is that you can leave. Yeah, you can leave whenever you want. We had a train that went right into Boston. It was only like $1, and they didn't even check IDs. So because I used to go into the city all the time, the kids I grew up with would ask me about city things, like drugs and tattoos and abortions. I don't know anything about that stuff. I only know things I've learned from movies. They're like, oh, Kim takes the orange line, he knows about abortion. I don't. That's not how it works. Like I had a girl I didn't know ask me about one once, and I was like, I know that you need a ride. And I only knew that because of Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Ben Folds songs. Like that was the sum total knowledge I had on that topic. But one day this kid on the football team comes up to me, this kid I didn't know, which I didn't need to say, and he goes, Ken, do you know where I can get some good drugs? And if he had asked me the same question without the word good in it, the answer would be the same, no. I've never done a drug in my life, I've never had alcohol, which all my friends, it's sad but true, all my friends know this. They also know that I have chronic insomnia and own a car, so I used to get a lot of late night phone calls. Where I'd be like, hey Ken, can you come pick me up? Sure, where are you? I'm at a bar, bye. I'm like, no, there's more than one. More than one bar. My two favorite inventions of the 21st century are Wikipedia and Uber, and I've never used either, but they both mean I get so many free phone calls. It's amazing. But anyway, so this kid asked me where I get good drugs, and I should have said no, because I don't. But instead, I don't know why, I went, Chinatown? Before I could even think about it, it just shot out of my mouth, Chinatown. And then he goes, well, where in Chinatown? And again, the perfect opportunity for me to be like, look man, I know that I said Chinatown, but I don't know why. Instead I went 141 Tremont Street. Which is a random address in Boston's Chinatown that does not sell drugs. It's a butcher shop. And there's no drugs there. And then he goes, well, what kind of drugs do they have there? And again, perfect opportunity for me to be like, look man, I know I gave you a very specific address in Chinatown for some reason. I have no idea. But instead I went, Nuke. which is a made-up drug from RoboCop 2. That's what Nuke is. Nuke only exists in RoboCop 2. It's not the original RoboCop or the ill-fated remake from 2 years ago. It was not memorable enough to be in RoboCop 3, now out on Blu-ray. So like a normal cool person who's seen RoboCop 2, which I understand is redundant, would be like, that's from RoboCop 2, this conversation is over. But instead this kid went, awesome. So I'm like, let's see how far we can take this. So I said, look, when you go into that place in Chinatown, as soon as you get in there, demand to see Wang. Say, I want Wang, get Wang. Look, I was 14 years old, it's not my best work, but I feel comfortable with you people and I feel like you need all the information in this particular story. That was Friday. Monday rolls around, and I'm walking down the hallway, I see this kid lumbering towards me, and I'm like, now is when I get punched. And you know what? Fair enough, I earned this, I will take it and enjoy it. And the kid comes up to me and goes, dude, I went to that fucking place in Chinatown, and I asked for Wang, and he came out, and I was like, holy shit, I don't think you understand how shocked I am by that bit of information. But I played it cool. I asked for Nuke, he said he didn't know what I was talking about, and if I didn't leave, he was gonna call the cops. So I'm like, I don't know how to get out of this, brain, give me something. And I went, I see. What were you wearing when you were in there? And he goes, I had my football jersey and some jeans on. And I went, well, there you go. He thought you were an undercover cop. And he goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I sent a child to Chinatown to purchase a fictional drug from RoboCop 2, and the story ends with him apologizing to me somehow. I'll never understand it. Very exciting. I went to college in Boston. I went to Northeastern University, which I was not, don't be proud of that. It's a 5-year school up front. That's how bad it is. They're like, look, either you're done or the professors are, but it's going to take 5 years. When I was at Northeastern, one of my professors was a student at Emerson College. Not a grad student, a junior at Emerson College taught my communications class. That is true. But one day I was in the food court at Northeastern, which is like 90 to 95% of the campus, and there were some med students there, and they were doing depression screenings, and they were med students, so they did not go to Northeastern. So what it was if you filled out this 20 minutes of paperwork, you got a $5 gift card for Burger King. So I'm like 10 minutes into this depression screening, and I realized that that is actually the depression screening. If you will sit and fill out paperwork for more than 10 minutes to get a $5 Burger King gift card, you are clinically depressed, and that will hold up in any court of law as long as that country has a Burger King. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, but you know who are lawyers, the ACLU, and I'm very proud to have you here on the show tonight. You guys are in for an amazing show. Show. I cannot think of a better way to kick this show off than with the one and only Mr. Bill Janovitz, everybody!